Hello, friends. So today I am getting to have fun with this one. This is a very easy, and it is an inspiration of Italian cream cake, not in a traditional one. No one come at me. This is nowhere near a traditional Italian cream cake. It's more of a whipped frosting instead of the traditional like buttercream. So I have had made buttercream before, but y'all, that takes some skill. I give it up to bakers. You have to try and try and try. And I've had a few chances to make it here and there. I can make a mean chocolate buttercream, but my vanilla one still needs help. But I'm just taking this box cake mix, adding some vanilla to it to make it taste super, super good. And then I'm going to take some pecans and fold them in there as well. But an Italian cream cake does have coconut in it, like coconut shavings or coconut flakes. I did not add that into mine because my husband does not like it, so I chose to leave it out. I'm going to try my best at a 2-tiered cake. So I got 2 round cake pans here. I'm going to spray it, then add my piece of parchment paper, and then spray it again to help with sticking and getting removal of the cake out of the pan. And then I'm going to alternate putting cake batter into both pans to get it as equal and as even as possible. Here in a second, you're going to see me tap the cake trays onto the counter. That is just to get as many air bubbles out of the cake as I can. So I didn't want these cakes drying out, so I'm doing a simple syrup. So it's equal parts sugar and water. So I just did as much as I had left, and it was a perfect amount. So you're going to put that on the stove and put it on low, and just let it go until all the sugar dissolves. It should take no time. So now we're moving on to my whipped frosting part. Like I said, normally this is a buttercream, but today I really enjoyed making this whipped like fluffy frosting stuff that I made for a past dessert, and I wanted to try to make it again. So to here is heavy whipping cream. I have no measurements, guys. It was like one of the big cartons. Some salt. I'm adding some almond extract and vanilla extract and powdered sugar or confectioner sugars, whatever you want to call it. And so I just whipped this all together with my beaters, and it came out so fluffy. Y'all, I can't talk sometimes. So fluffy. But the thing about this is that it's not too sweet, and that's what I really enjoyed about it, because the cake was pretty sweet and moist, and with everything together it was just the perfect amount, not something too overbearing. So I really enjoyed the fact about this whipped frosting. Are you really baking if you're not making a mess? This powdered sugar went everywhere, so I gave up on the the mixer and I went and folded in the rest of the powdered sugar. It still tasted great and it didn't taste gritty at all. So what we're about to do next is I'm going to take a pizza pan. I didn't have any kind of cake stand, any kind of nothing. So I just took a pizza pan and I put some foil over it because I will eventually wrap this up in some saran wrap and just put it in the fridge because this cake can't be left out or that frosting will melt everywhere. So I just wrapped up my pizza pan and this is what I'm using as my cake base. Those cakes popped right out of those pans. So what I'm doing here is I'm going to lay down a little bit of that frosting to stick my cake to it while I'm moving and spreading all kinds of goodness all over it. So I put that down so it wouldn't move. And then I had to adjust the angle, sorry guys. And then I'm just taking a serrated knife and I'm just cutting into that so I can get it as flat as possible. You guys, again, I am not a professional. Have I learned from here and there? Yes, but not a professional. So I'm leveling out my cake. I'm going to save this for decorating. I'm putting that to the side. Don't want to waste. And I wanted to eat it so bad. Then I'm going to take some of my simple syrup and just spread it all around the cake. This will keep it moist. Like once you cut into it, the pieces won't go dry. So this will keep it moist, even in the fridge. Then I'm spreading a nice big thick layer of frosting. So while I was making this, I did notice that my layers were thin. I thought they would be a little bit chunkier. I guess I would need to do 2 boxes next time. So I just went for like a rustic cake exposured look. I know that those were really popular maybe like a year and a half ago of exposed cakes. They look really natural. I mean, they look better than what I did, but I was like, let's just go with that. So I'm going to spread a little bit of more pecans for a filling. I think I want to try like a strawberry filling cake one day, but I'll have to see. I don't know. I have to find people to eat my cakes before I do that. You don't want them going to waste. So all I did was I turned over, instead of cutting this layer off of this cake, all I did was turn it over so I'd have a flat surface to work with, and I just smushed it down. And then a part that you guys won't see is the middle part. I did go in with my piping bag here in a minute and I filled in the crack just a little bit more. So at this point it looked like a Great American Cookie, like one of those doozies, is that what they're called, where it's like a cookie sandwich. So that's what I did. I didn't get it on camera because it was way out of focus and out of frame, and at this point I was trying to show y'all my piping bag and my cake utensils. But that's what I did. Y'all could actually see. I just went around the edges and made it like a giant cookie, which that gave me an idea to do like a huge cookie cake like this. We'll have to see. But I'm just going to do a thick layer on top of the cake. Like I said, I'm not going down onto the sides. My husband even asked me why I didn't. And I said, because I wanted to do it this way, and then the cake base would have got all messy because it's not on a turntable. Yada yada. Y'all know the drill. I'm just a home baker. So I just went all around the edges and I got a real smooth application. There's those cake crumbs, so I'm going to put those on the outer edge. Then I'm going to go in with pecans. Then I'm going to do some like little twisty dollops of frosting on top of that. You guys, I had such a great time with this cake. Was it perfect? No. Did it look weird in some spots? Yes. But did I have fun? Oh my gosh. I had so much fun creating this cake and just putting it together, and the best part was tasting it, actually. My husband did end up coming to eat the rest of my piece, and then I called my parents to show them my cake, and they were super proud of me. I love them. I told them to come over tomorrow to help me eat some more cake. So you guys, I hope y'all enjoyed this. Give me some feedback down in the comments, and I hope you guys have a great night. Okay, you guys, so after all the hard work, it is time to take a bite. So I will be doing like a voiceover to this, so I've already been yapping and stuff, but it turned out super cute. I love the way it looks. It looks very rustic, like a rustic wedding cake or something. But let's try a bite. You wanna come try a bite?